I threw myself down the stairs to see that doctor.
I threw myself down the stairs to see that doctor.
Come on, guys, really? I appreciate that you want to see me. You don't have to only see your primary when you're sick or hurt. You can go see us when you're healthy. In fact, we want you to come see us when you're healthy, to stay healthy. This video is gonna be all about something that I've recently read and subconsciously knew was happening, but I was repressing it and did not want to believe it. A new study has come out to show that almost 50% of millennials, those aged 18 to 29 years old, basically you, don't have a primary care doctor. I'm a primary care doctor. This statistic not only scares me, it angers me, and in this video, I'm gonna explain to you exactly why. I'm a millennial too, so I can totally relate and understand as to why some of them are skipping out on having a primary care doctor. They want convenience, and when we're talking about convenience, we're talking about money, pricing transparency, ease of scheduling an appointment, the ability to get care online. And I think the most important reason, or the most prevalent reason why millennials don't have primary care doctors is because they're generally healthy. They don't have any kind of serious illnesses that are causing them to create a relationship with a primary care doctor. Let's focus on that convenience part first. The last thing that I want is for you to put a higher emphasis on convenience than on your health. Let's take a minute to discuss urgent care centers, telemedicine, even internet medicine. Now, these are shortcuts that have been created to fill a gap within our healthcare system, and they make sense in certain given situations. Urgent cares definitely have a role within the healthcare space if you need care very quickly, but don't want to go to the ER because your illness is not so severe. You don't want a crazy expensive bill. You don't want to wait an extraordinary amount of time. Now it's important that we don't start using these services in lieu of having a quality primary care physician. Let's take antibiotics as an example. You shouldn't be taking antibiotics for viral illnesses. And when you look at antibiotic use between urgent care centers and primary care doctors, you see that there's a higher amount of antibiotics being prescribed in urgent care centers for non-antibiotic related illnesses. This is really important. That means people are being exposed to antibiotics unnecessarily, which have harms of their own, including resistance, antibiotic-associated diarrhea. Just by utilizing a different type of provider, you're gonna be changing your healthcare outcome. I think a substantial reason of why young folks don't have a primary is because they don't know what the benefits of having a primary care doctor are. So I'm gonna lay them out for you right now. 3 reasons of why having a primary care doctor is very important to you. First benefit is that you're gonna get holistic care. Now, holistic care doesn't mean naturopathic care. It doesn't mean that the doctor won't prescribe medicine. It means exactly what it sounds like: holistic, whole person approach. It happens quite often that an urgent care doctor or a subspecialist will get very narrowly focused, as they should, because that's their job, on exactly the illness that you're facing right at that moment. As a primary care doctor, I need to understand how that illness fits into the great scope of your life as a whole person, not just as a patient who has diabetes. You have many other things happening to you. What other illnesses do you have? What medications are you taking? What is your family situation or life situation like? Also, like I said in one of my last videos on mind-body disorders, there's an incredible relationship between mental and physical health. And that's incredibly important contributor to all sorts of illnesses: erectile dysfunction, heart disease, high blood pressure. Unless we have that conversation, we're never really gonna know what the best treatment or options are for you. The second benefit of having a primary care doctor is that we get to focus on prevention. I want you to go see your doctor even if you're not sick. It's so much better to build a firehouse before there's a fire. When I'm talking about prevention, the first thing I'm talking about is making lifestyle changes. Improving your diet, starting to exercise. But there's also very important lifestyle changes that come with quitting smoking, reducing your alcohol intake to a moderate amount, improving your sleep habits. All of these things are so important to not only the quantity of years you live, but the quality of your years as well. Next is cancer screenings. We want to catch many cancers early and treat them before they become a serious problem. Now, not all cancer screenings are perfect, and not all cancers can be screened for. That's why it's so important to have a primary care doctor to understand what risks do you face and make an individual decision based on your health on what cancers can we catch and prevent early. And last but not least is vaccinations. I know there's a lot of negative press about vaccines. Not only do they save lives, they improve our lives, and if we didn't have them, the world would be worse off as a result. Third benefit is hacking the system. I know how much millennials love the word hacks. Primary care doctors actually can hack the system. We know who the quality specialists are. We know the ones that are close to where you live and are easily accessible and have reasonable prices. We know how to decrease hospitalizations and lower ER visits. And the best thing about it is we know how to save you money. If you're facing a financial hardship, perhaps we know of social work programs or financial assistance programs that can help you get the services that you need at low or to even no cost. There's two examples that come to mind when I think about this. My medical office has a 24-hour triage line where there's always a doctor to give you some guidance whether or not you need to go to the ER or can you wait until the morning to come see us in the office, not only reducing costs, but reducing the burden on you to have to go to the ER, wait all those hours, and get the same exact quality of care. The second example is that very frequently my patients end up seeing a specialist who recommends a very complicated procedure, a high-risk procedure, and my patients don't quite understand or know what the right decision may be. Treatment A and treatment B can be both great options, but maybe only one of them is right for you. Your primary care doctor can be the person that can help guide you in this decision. I hope you see how passionate I am about primary care and the importance of it to your health. We've seen better outcomes with those who have a primary care doctor, not only from a physical health standpoint, but also from a mental health standpoint. I know what you may be thinking. How do I get myself a good primary care doctor? Well, I'm gonna make a video on that subject on its own because it's important and I wanna make sure that it's complete and answers all of your questions. That being said, if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comment sections because I wanna address them as much as I can. I also have covered a bunch of health topics from mental health to vaccines to diet advice. So visit my channel's playlist and check them out for yourself. As always, stay happy and healthy.